G'day, g'day. I'm just going to comment really quickly on the most recent Space Engineers update, Warfare 2. So they've added some really cool stuff. We've got railguns now, we've got artillery cannons, and all that cool stuff. We've got blocks that make rotor turrets easier to set up. It's going to be awesome. I'm fiddling around with all that. I've also been fiddling around with the function now that if you have ammunition and it's just sitting there as an item on the ground and you say shoot it, it explodes. And if it's in a cargo container and that cargo container is destroyed, it also explodes. And depending on what scale you bring that to, you can be an absolutely terrible person in Space Engineers and essentially crash the server that you're playing on. So what I've got here is, I'm keeping it really quite tame, because this is my world and I want the recording to be over quickly and I can't be bothered to clean out the save that gets stuffed up by doing this. But this is pretty small in comparison to what you can do. I think the maximum limit for how much PCU you can paste at once is like 1 million or something stupid. I honestly don't remember. But it's an awful lot higher than 20,480. So each one of these cargo containers, they're double stacked and however far across they are, is filled full to the brim with stacks of artillery shells. And as you'll all know, if you throw anything at great enough speed into a voxel, it will break. So all you have to do, get a whole heap of these cargo containers, fill them up, and drop them. And as you can see, the game doesn't really like it too much when you do that, because rather than if you got a whole stack of warheads, they all blow up at once, you get a tiny bit of lag, then it's all gone, you get a big crater. With this, it has to load every single individual stack of artillery shells exploding as the cargo container breaks. So, if you were to do what I just did then, on a scale of 100 times bigger, probably wouldn't get to 1,000 times, that might be too big, but 500 times bigger, the server you're on would not have a particularly good time and would almost certainly crash. If you were looking at it, you would crash. And I know I wouldn't subject my computer to that, that would not be fun. But, yeah, just playing around with that, I think you will find a great deal of ways to be a terrible person in Space Engineers.